We are inventors, we are scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. We are working to make 10x progress against the world's biggest, toughest problems.
My name is Andressa Lacerda. I am the VP Operations of Synex Medical. I have a PhD in cell and molecular biology.
My name is Adam Molnar. I'm a co-founder of a company called Mirable. We build brain-based wearables.
I'm Phil Caravaggio. In my former life, I founded a company called Precision Nutrition.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sami. I spend a fair bit of my time in data analytics. That's what I do at one of the pension funds here in Toronto, OMERS. Worked in banking before that and in consulting prior to that.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha and I am super excited to be kicking this off for you guys today. When I was 6 years old, I hated drinking water. What I didn't understand then was how lucky I was. Just last year, 200,000 Americans died from lead poisoning in water alone. Thankfully at AeroPure, we've come up with a solution that will provide them access to safe water at a 77 times cost reduction. Using polysaccharide aerogels, our vision is a world where people no longer have to worry about whether they'll have clean water to survive for tomorrow. Now that's a world that I want to live in.
My name is Bhagavan, and I'm actually a 14-year-old AI developer and researcher. Over 5 trillion metric tons of plastic has been polluting our world, and we still haven't found a way to get rid of this problem sustainably and cost-effectively. Our idea is to genetically modify nematodes, a natural decomposer, to gain the ability to decompose plastic. At NEMA, we will be able to reduce the amount of plastic pollution by over 86% within just 10 years. We won't just change the future of our lives, but your grandchildren and their children's lives. We can create a future without plastic. We can create this future with NEMA.
My name is Alexander. I'm an AI developer. Over 86% of global freshwater use and 54% of deforestation globally are the fault of traditional field-based farming. And our food supply is vulnerable to supply chain disruptions. How we farm right now just isn't sustainable, and it's seriously hurting both us and the environment. Vertical farming is essentially an alternative to traditional field-based farming, in which layers of crops are stacked vertically rather than horizontally, and this is where Vertigrow can enter. We plan to sublease vacant office spaces within taller buildings to build our farms. The move to hybrid work-from-home model has allowed us to leverage emerging technologies such as gene editing to solve such massive global problems. Thank you for listening.
My name is John. I'm a 14-year-old who's passionate about artificial intelligence and self-driving cars. So it turns out that space is not empty of all matter. In fact, it's littered with scrap metal, broken satellites, and dangerous objects that threaten spacecraft and the people on them. Our solution, High Seas, aims to change that. More specifically, we do this using a satellite that is made of a large electromagnet, and the current for that electromagnet is powered through solar energy. There is no guarantee of safety in space, as there have been 560 recorded collisions. And this number is expected to exponentially increase as companies like SpaceX or Blue Origin send thousands of satellites into space. Investing in High Seas is investing in the future, and it's investing in a safer space for future generations.
Hey, I'm Edward. I'm a 17-year-old, and I went into AI wanting to make a global impact. Global warming isn't a person problem. It's actually an industry problem. The transportation industry and the construction industry make up a massive part of CO2 emissions. They both use steel, a material that contributes 2 tons of carbon emissions for every ton produced. This can't keep going on. We need a hero that has in recent years disappeared. Carbon fiber is a material that is up to 10 times stronger than steel and 5 times lighter. It descended from the spotlight because its creation process was too expensive. And that's where Polya comes in. We're creating fibers in a new and cheaper way from algae oil. And the best part is that this entire process is carbon negative. Carbon fiber can replace steel as a more eco-friendly solution. And in fact, 90% of emissions in the transportation industry comes from steel. It turns out, with global warming, we can fight fire with fire. And with Polya and our carbon negative solution, we can fight carbon with carbon.
My name is Richa, and I'm really passionate about the intersection between quantum computing and artificial intelligence, known as quantum machine learning. And by 2045, half of the male population will have no sperm, and the other half will have a very small amount of sperm. But it's not going to be enough to sustain our entire population. No offense, but Would you like to be immortalized as a species that died because they were infertile? Today, 1 in 8 couples are infertile. Most people go to in vitro fertilization or IVF. But IVF causes financial, physical, and emotional burdens. So my team at Genome Labs is going to solve this problem by making babies out of skin cells. This means that it opens up the possibility of same-sex couples having biological children. We know it's a problem. The question that I have for you is, what's the point of solving any other problem if humanity won't even exist? Thank you.
Thanks, Richa.
I just want to throw out what I thought that was a wonderful presentation. With proper due diligence, I would be keen on investing in such an idea. I'm of the age where many of my peers have had to go through the process you're describing, and it's exactly as painful for all the reasons as you rightly pointed out.
Just to jump in here, first of all, awesome science. Again, I'm a cell biologist, so this is awesome. Great job with your research, was right on point. Awesome presentation as well.
Hey, John, thanks for the presentation.
Awesome, thanks, Ed.
I thought your presentation was great, and if it were to work, that would be wonderful. I'm a fan of carbon fiber. I'm an engineer by trade, and I love the idea.
Awesome. Thanks, Bhagavan. Thank you so much for putting that together. I love the energy, love the passion. You definitely brought it.
Great energy, as Harrison mentioned.
Samantha, great presentation. Awesome effort.
Thank you for your presentation, Samantha. Appreciate it.
Samantha, also well done.
Super job, everyone. This is really enlightening for me and I know the judging panel as well. Just want to now announce the X Award winner as Nima. Congratulations.
Amazing. I'm like totally floored and thoroughly impressed, but you all know that. Don't let it get to your head. The TEDx Award definitely goes to Aero Pure. That was a heartfelt presentation. You can tell that you cared about what you were talking about.
Thank you for inviting me. The wonderful presentations all around. I really enjoyed it. Best overall winner, and I heard best people's choice as well. Wonderful presentation, done with personality, very practical, very thoughtful, very well researched, was Genome Labs.
You got time to be an entrepreneur. You guys are time billionaires.
One thing I just want to remind you is to not lose this 10x thinking, not lose this ability to really think outside the box. The way that we move everything forward is having those sort of crazy ideas, but then of course, backing them up with research and science and economic incentives.